Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about my upcoming mushing season.
My family and I raise, train, and race a kennel of 45 sled dogs in Alaska. And every winter, I run 2,000 to 3,000 miles by dog team. In this video, this is one of our 18 dog teams on a 20-mile run yesterday.
In the fall time, we train our dogs with a four-wheeler or a ranger out on our gravel roads. So we started training in August, just going short 1 to 3 mile runs. But now that it's mid-October, and as I just mentioned, we've taken the dogs 20 miles multiple times. I started mushing when I was 7 years old, when I was given the chance by veteran Iditarod musher Robert Bunsen to run some of his retired dogs. And eventually, later on that winter, I entered in my first 2-dog, 2-mile race. I fell in love with the sport, and 5.5 years ago, my family and I started our own kennel and have been racing and training sled dogs ever since. Every winter since then, I've done 2,000 to 3,000 miles with the dog team, which means now I've done 10,000 to 15,000. And although I love racing and doing well, what means the most to me is just coming across the finish line with a happy and healthy dog team. I did my first 100-mile race, the Willow Junior 100, when I was 11 years old. This year, I will be signing up for that same race for my 4th time. And last winter, I actually won the Willow Junior 100.
The Willow Junior 100 is set up like most races, 200 miles and below. You mush out to a halfway point, rest for 8 hours, and then head back. There is no outside assistance allowed, meaning that the musher is responsible for all of the work of the dogs. And on my YouTube channel, I actually video all about my 2025 Willow Junior 100 run. And actually, in training, I've done much longer series, runs, and a lot shorter rests. So although this race is easier than some training series, you still have to do things like bed the dogs down, care for them, and cook. We also encounter temperatures down to 25 below zero.
And although it's an 8-hour rest, most of that time you're taking care of the dogs and not sleeping yourself. Out of my 3 Willow Junior 100s, I've gotten a total of 45 minutes of sleep. I am also signed up for the Canuck 100 and the 150-mile Junior Iditarod, which I'll be doing for my first time now that I'm old enough. The coldest temperature that I've ever been in, not counting wind chill, was during the Copper Basin 300 a number of years ago when it was 60 below. For the mushers that were in that race, counting wind chill, it was 85 to 90 below. The coldest temperature that I have ever raced dogs in has been 40 to 45 below. And again, this is not counting wind chill. Recently, I also signed up for the Solo Sweepstakes, a short 70-mile, one-checkpoint race in Chugiak, Alaska. Those are the 4 races that I know that I'm doing for sure, however I could possibly throw in a couple more. In the fall time, on top of training dogs, I also run in dryland events. A dryland race is where you hook 1 to 4 dogs up and either ride a cart, bike, scooter, or run. Usually, I run with 1 to 2 dogs, which is called canicross. So far this season, I've done 2 canicross races and actually ended up winning them both, including
the 2-dog, 3 to 3.5 mile mutt race in Talkeetna, Alaska. And my time on this race was 16:23. I also ran a 1-dog, 4-mile race in Willow, which took me 22:53.
And in a couple of days, I will also be doing my 3rd canicross race of the season down in Big Lake. And unfortunately, as you can see outside, it's a late snow year.
However, I have been doing some swamp mushing for fun and also scouting out my trap line with the dogs. Three years ago, before my family and I moved to our current location, we lived in an 8x12 cabin along the Denali Highway, which in the wintertime is 65 miles from the road system. And at that time, we did not only race and train our sled dogs, we also used them for a mean of transportation. We were actually working for a lodge, but our nearest neighbors other than that were 10 and 35 miles away. It was a great place to live, but at our new location, which we moved to 3 years ago, it is much easier to get to races, and we are also able to do tours to help afford our dog team. As you can see, on this video, I've added in a couple pictures of our dogs. A perfect temperature for them to run in is 0 to 10 below, but if it gets too windy or much colder than that, we will put coats on them to help keep them warm. And 3 to 5 times every year, we will still go up to Denali Highway for 1 to 200-mile training series. There used to be a race up on the Denali Highway, which was called the Ace Race, and it was 65 miles long. And that was just one way. After the race was over, you had to mush 65 miles back out to your truck. So it was really more like 130 miles, even though that you were only racing for half of that. If you enjoyed watching this video, you can do any of these 3 things. Like, comment, subscribe. It really helps grow my channel, and thank you.
That way, also, you won't miss out on any of my gold mining, mushing, fishing, hunting, and trapping adventures. And with that, thank you again for watching Thale Randall's Alaska, and I'll see you next time.